Why did Song Hye Kyo open her heart to Lee Minho, just months after her heartbreaking divorce from Song Joong-ki? Was it comfort? Was it love? Or something deeper that no one saw coming? For the first time, Song Hye Kyo has broken her silence and revealed the real reason behind this unexpected new beginning. The truth? It's more emotional, and more surprising, than anyone imagined. Join Red Carpet revealed as we dive deep into the hidden emotions, past scars, and the moment everything changed. Seoul, 10 a.m. April 3, 2025. In a moment that sent shockwaves across the entertainment world, Song Hye Kyo finally broke her silence in an exclusive press interview held at the Four Seasons Hotel in Gwanghwamun, revealing for the first time the emotional truth behind her decision to open her heart to Lee Minho after her highly publicized and painful divorce from Song Joong-ki. The press conference room was packed, the air electric with tension. Cameras clicked, journalists held their breath, and then, Song Hye Kyo appeared, graceful yet visibly emotional. Dressed in a simple ivory blouse and black tailored suit, the room fell into a stunned hush as she sat down, leaned into the microphone, and said softly, "I know people have been wondering, and I think it's time to share what really happened." What followed was a revelation no one was prepared for. It wasn't love at first sight. It was rescue. According to Hye Kyo, the aftermath of her divorce with Song Joong-ki in 2019 left her numb, guarded, and unwilling to trust. She described herself as someone who no longer believed in second chances, retreating from the public eye and even distancing herself from friends in the industry. But something shifted in 2022. We were both cast in a campaign abroad. It wasn't meant to be personal. But Minho, he saw through everything. Not the actress, not the headlines, just me. She recalled a rainy evening in Paris, after an event, where they found themselves talking for hours in a quiet cafe. "He listened," she said, eyes watering. "He never asked about the divorce. He just treated me like someone who still mattered." A storm behind the scenes. The revelation stirred chaos within hours. Within 30 minutes of the press conference ending, Song Hye Kyo x Lee Minho became the #1 trending topic worldwide on X, formerly Twitter. While Song Joong-ki's agency issued a brief, terse statement, "We respect Ms. Song's words but will not comment on private matters." Inside sources revealed that Joong-ki was blindsided by the public disclosure. And while he has long moved on and remarried, the timing and tone of the statement seemed to hint at lingering emotional wounds. Meanwhile, fans were divided. Some accused Hye Kyo of stirring the past, while others hailed her bravery and called the confession healing and human. "He waited when I was still running." What makes this story even more captivating is the fact that Lee Minho, known for his cool public image, had been silently linked to Hye Kyo for over a year, though both denied any romantic involvement. Now, the truth behind that silence becomes clear. He waited. He never pushed. He never made me feel like I owed him anything. That kind of patience, I never experienced it before. Insiders close to both stars say Minho was one of the few people who consistently checked in on Hye Kyo during her lowest times, often sending her books, handwritten notes, and even food to her set anonymously. She never said his name out loud before, a close friend told Red Carpet revealed. But we all knew, he was the one. Industry reactions, shock, support, and silent tension. The Korean entertainment industry has erupted with reactions. A well-known director who worked with both Song Joong-ki and Lee Minho told us, "This changes everything. These three are more connected than we thought." And now, producers, agencies, even brand endorsements are holding emergency meetings. Some commercial film brands have reportedly suspended Lee Minho's campaigns, fearing backlash or confusion, while others are rushing to capitalize on the buzz by rebranding the duo as Asia's most resilient love story. Meanwhile, whispers have emerged suggesting that Song Hye Kyo might step back from acting temporarily. One source hinted that she wants to rebuild privately, now that the truth is out. In the years following her painful divorce from Song Joong-ki, Hye Kyo remained fiercely private, evading questions, avoiding interviews, and keeping her inner world tightly guarded. But as she spoke on this spring morning, her voice cracked only once. There was a time I didn't believe I would ever feel again," she admitted. And then, there was Minho. Sources confirmed that the two had worked together discreetly on an overseas campaign in Paris 2 years ago, where sparks first flew, not of romance, but of recognition and understanding. "He didn't try to fix me," she said. "He just saw me." The confession, delivered with tearful restraint, felt more like a whispered truth between old friends than a public statement. Yet its impact was nothing short of seismic. It was impossible to ignore the shadow in the room. Song Joong-ki. The man who once stood beside her at red carpets and wedding halls. The man who had shared a globally celebrated love story with Hye Kyo, only to have it end in silence and signatures. And now, with her voice quivering slightly, she acknowledged the past. "I won't erase what came before. But I won't let it chain me either." Her words, though graceful, landed like thunder. Joong-ki's agency has so far refused to comment on the revelation, though insiders whisper he was deeply surprised by the timing and tone of the confession. A quiet guardian, the man behind the patience. As reporters scrambled to update headlines, another story emerged quietly, the story of Lee Minho's quiet support. Those close to the pair described a man who sent her flowers anonymously, waited outside film sets without ever asking to be seen, and sent handwritten postcards with no signature, only soft encouragements. "He waited," Hye Kyo said, her eyes soft. "He never asked for anything in return." What fans once dismissed as a PR fantasy now became painfully real, a slow-burning connection built on trust, silence, and time. The industry reacts. Agencies, sponsors, and streaming giants held late-night meetings. Within hours, multiple brands were considering rebranding Lee Minho and Song Hye Kyo as a couple campaign, while others pulled back in fear of backlash from the still strong fanbase of the Song couple. Internationally, the story trended #1 in Japan, China, Thailand, and the Philippines, with millions weighing in on whether the actress had moved on too quickly or had simply chosen herself for the first time. A Beijing entertainment blogger wrote, "This isn't a triangle. This is a woman choosing peace after war." The unspoken future. When asked whether she and Lee Minho were now officially together, Song Hye Kyo smiled faintly. "Some things don't need labels. Just truth." And then she stood up. The press scrambled to call her name, to catch one more quote. But she walked quietly out of the room, with no entourage, no glam squad, no more rehearsed silence. And as the camera flashes faded and the doors of the press room slowly closed, one lingering question echoed in the hearts of fans everywhere. If Lee Minho is the new anchor, has Song Hye Kyo's heart truly healed? Whether this is the beginning of a new love or simply a journey of emotional recovery, the story is far from over. Red Carpet Revealed will be here, following every heartbeat of a love story that has left all of Asia holding its breath.